On this episode of Playlog, I'm talking about my weekend at PAX Unplugged, and then I finally get to review Moonlighter 2. Hey everybody, CGDannyB back again with another episode of Playlog, the podcast where we talk all things indie gaming. But of course, I can't talk indie games alone because that'd be super boring. So I've got my partner in crime, the Play Nice Kid themselves, Tofr. What's poppin', homie?
Well, I'm off work this week and next week, which is good because I was dead tired. But the thing is, now I have so much to play that I can't choose.
No,
so I haven't played anything yet.
Claire Obscure is sitting right there, Tofr. You gotta
I know,
go.
but there's so many other games that I really want to play.
For those who come after, Tofr. For those who come after.
Don't
go
say
play
that.
Claire Obscure. Yeah, I have to motivate you.
No, that's so gas. I that decision paralysis, I feel it all too much. I hope you find something that we talk about something today. You're like, you know what? I got the itch for blank, and hopefully it's not Moonlighter because you want to play something else. But yes, I hope you find the best things to play. I hope it's Claire Obscure, but whatever it is, I hope you enjoy it because the freedom to play whatever is there, and having so much whatevers is brutal. I get it.
It is. I have so many games sitting on my Steam Deck, and I'm like, okay, do I play this one? Do I play this one?
Yeah.
There's games getting updates and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Caravan Sandwich is getting an update. All of
what's coming to that?
I don't know yet. They're like teasing skins for your vehicle and stuff like that.
Oh,
but
fun. Okay.
I'm guessing it's going to be more than that, but
yeah,
they're not. They're being mysterious about it. So
we take it. I got close to the end, but I never finished it, so I have to get the tail end and see the end of the story. But you know, 2024 games. You know, now we're 2026 games. We got to be playing them for. So
I know, right?
But yeah, we have a lot to talk about today, so don't dilly-dally too long because, guys, this is Playlog Podcast, our weekly podcast. We talk about indie games, news, reviews, and whatever we choose. If you enjoy what we do here, be sure to show us some support by doing a few very simple things, such as liking the video if you're watching on YouTube or leaving that glorious 5-star review if you're on audio platforms. It's simple, but it goes a long way to helping the show. You can also be a part of the show by writing in and asking us your questions or recommending your favorite indie games. Just use the Google form in the description of every single episode and ask your opinions and have your opinions be heard. Now, on to a bit of housekeeping real quick. Hey, Daggerheart, we're almost done, kinda, sorta. Just stick around. So our Folk and Myth game of Souls of Wrath will be ending not this week. It's weird because we usually stream on Wednesdays, but the episode comes out Thursday. Next week, December 3rd, will be the finale. We had some holiday stuff to moving around. We had to dance around. So we had to cancel one week, move a schedule. So we had our first 2 sessions already. Those are available over on Folk and Myth. And the 3rd episode, the finale, where we just might have crawled inside of the belly of a giant furnace monster. I don't entirely know. The session ended with my little mushroom man, Ropo, climbing through a vent and said, there's a bunch of pedestals and there's organs and stuff. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Like, what the fuck is happening? So I'm prepared to just start boxing a heart next time we start, but I won't know yet. So we'll see. Hopefully I can heal because I think I have like 2 health left. It's not great. If I die, I blame Miko. But yes, if you want to catch up, you can catch those episodes on Folk and Myth. I don't know if they have a YouTube channel they port to, but they're at least on Twitch. And then, yes, the finale will be on December 3rd on a twitch.tv/Folk and Myth. And then, speaking of Daggerheart, something, me and my hot D&D friends, whatever, I can finally tell you guys that, hey, we're doing a Daggerheart game based on Kingdom Hearts. That's right. Cujo announced this a long time ago, immediately asked me to be in it. I said, sure. And I've just been waiting to Cujo to tell me when it's going to happen. So yes, we'll be doing a 4-shot of Kingdom Hearts over on Crit Hit Chronicles. That takes place on December 4th, 11th, 18th, and the 21st. Take note, those are Thursday nights until the last one. It'll be a Sunday because it is like right before the holidays. We can't do that last Thursday. And then it basically is just Christmas and then New Year's. So we'd be basically taking like 4 weeks off to get the finale. We didn't want to do that. So it'll be December 4th, 11th, 18th, and then the 21st is a Sunday. You'll get all 4 of those episodes of Kingdom Hearts. I don't know how much of the story Cujo has given, so I will always be as vague as possible. I know it has something to do with the gummy ships, and there's Heartless and stuff. That's cool. I don't know how Disney it's going to get, but I am prepared for Cujo to ask me to do the Pooh Bear voice. And hopefully I get my PAX-ness away from my throat by the time we get to that. And I'm excited because we're taking the Daggerheart characters and the systems and the ancestries and mixing them into a Kingdom Hearts format. So I'll be playing a fairy, which in Daggerheart can be bugs. And I think realistically, I am just a bug from Bug's life that is now a Keyblade wielder. So that'll be cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, this will be a fun time. I'm looking forward to it. But yes, I can't get enough of Daggerheart. People keep inviting me. I'm going to keep saying yes. Can't wait to play. That will be this weekend. Not this weekend. Next weekend. The next weekend, December 4th. Look forward to it. It's going to be great. Mwah. Anyway, housekeeping. Bam! Did it. Timestamp. Tofr, what's up? How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to hear about everything that you're going to talk about today.
Yeah. But first, we got a quick indie news article, which you've seen, I have yet to, and I think you're going to take the reins on this one. So please, by all means, what do you got for that quick indie news?
Saturnalia Studios' deeply unsettling horror Horses has a release date, but there's a significant hitch if you were hoping to play it on Steam. It's been 18 months. This is an article by Matt Wales from Eurogamer.net. And he writes, it's been 18 months since developer Santa Ragione, the hugely acclaimed studio behind the likes of Saturnalia and Mediterranea Inferno, unveiled its unnerving first-person narrative horror Horses. And after a bit of a delay, it finally has a release date and is launching via the Epic Game Store, Humble Store, GOG and itch.io on December 2nd. One storefront is conspicuously absent from that list, however, with Santa Ragione today confirming Horses has effectively been banned from Steam. For those unfamiliar, Horses, which is being developed in collaboration with director Andrea Lucio Borlera, unfolds across 14 days on a rural farm where players, working as a summer farmhand, must perform increasingly surreal tasks. Quote, as the sun sets and the facade of tranquility crumbles, Santa Ragione teases, you decide whether to keep to the safe path or venture into the farm's hidden depths. End quote. The ensuing 3-hour adventure blends interactive scenes, live action intermissions, monochrome visuals, and silent cinema title cards into a tale about the burden of familial trauma and Puritan values, the dynamics of totalitarian power, and the ethics of personal responsibility. The article goes on a bit, but it doesn't mention why the game is not coming to Steam. I had to read that in a separate interview.
Yeah.
Basically, the thing is, this game features naked people as horses. I don't know why. I don't know how. Like, I would say
that's the answer. That's why it's banned.
That's not the answer completely.
Okay.
But the thing is, you would think that would be the reason, but in an automated response, Steam said that games featuring sexual content with minors will not be allowed on its platform. Now, the devs have said that there are no minors in this game. Every person in this game is an adult. So when they asked for clarification on what scenes Steam deemed inappropriate, they just never got a response back. They've just had total silence from Valve ever since that first decision came through. But the thing is, because the game is not releasing on Steam, they probably won't be able to make their money back. So this might just be the developer's final game before they have to shut down because of Valve's decision. So yeah, I did want to mention it because of that, because it's rough.
Absolutely. This came out, I don't even know what today, the 25th. That was yesterday. That was today. Okay, cool. Yeah, I would hope that Steam is just backlogged with something at the eventually like, okay, cool, our bad. Like, we'll fix that. Because I can only imagine if something automated. No? Dunzo, no chance?
No chance, because the issue has been running ever since the studio wanted to get its coming soon page up on Steam.
Yeah. Fuck.
And they've had this response months ago, and since then they've never heard anything back from Valve.
I hate that.
So yeah, it's scary.
Valve, hey, wake up. What are you doing? You good? That's man. because I've not heard of this game. I had not seen this until we mentioned the article today. This is the first time looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
And though it looks very creepy and very weird, and I don't know that I love this farmer who keeps looking at me, there's something very artsy and mysterious about it that I really dig. And I would like to see it. Oh, yeah, they even have like the band from Steam on their like trailer. Yeah, it's like at the very end there. It has all the platforms. Wow. I hate that. I would, in my heart, I want to be like, oh, cool, if enough people see it, and it's like, cool, I'll go pick it up on Epic or I'll pick it up on GOG, but I'm not sure what the percentage split between any of them is compared to Steam, or at least user base is definitely bigger on Steam, so it's easier to get people to grab something there as opposed to download a new launcher and everything, but damn.
The studio itself claims that they lose 75% of the PC gaming audience just by not being able to release on Steam. So,
damn, dude, I hate that.
yeah.
I really hope it's not curtains for the team. I would love to see them be able to come back and do something still, but man, that's brutal. I hate that.
Yeah, let's hope it changes. If people want to pick it up on any of the other platforms, it's only like $5.
Oh yeah, steal.
So go and support this developer.
Yeah, guys,
so they can continue to keep making games.
Skip one cup of coffee to keep some people on their job. You know what I'm saying? Could be cool.
Exactly.
Bet. But yeah, fingers crossed that the team gets to stick around and the game has some strange Epic Game Store success. But you know, we'll see. We hope. But that's what we got for the quick any news today. So on to the topic of the show. Tofr, go ahead. You ask me the questions. Go ahead.
So Danny.
Yes. What's up? How you doing?
You went to PAX Unplugged, didn't you?
I did. I was at PAX Unplugged this weekend. It was very fun. For anyone unfamiliar, PAX is a convention they do. I dropped my fidget toy. PAX is a convention that they do every single year. There's usually 4 of them, I believe. There is PAX East, PAX West, PAX Australia, and then PAX Unplugged. PAX Unplugged is, I believe, the smaller of the 4, and it is the tabletop and board game convention that PAX puts on. It's in Philadelphia, so it's right in our backyard here in PA. And it's basically, I got to go last year for a day because the guy's like, let's try it. Let's see what we can do. We kind of rushed the day. We're so exhausted. Did all of our shopping. Got to play like one game. It took like 4 hours. So I was like, I don't care what y'all want to do. This year I am going to see my friends. I have way too many friends in the TTRPG space that I needed to meet face to face. I needed to finally talk to, and I wasn't going to miss that. I had to go see that. So I got to hang out with the likes of everybody. I got to hang out with Cujo. I got to hang out with LB. I got to hang out with Latinos Against Spooky Shit for a little while. It was a roommate. Still saw the man for maybe like 20 minutes outside of the first night. But Laura Tutu, PJ McGaw, like all these people you guys have seen me roll dice with, or at least seen on like Crit Hit Chronicles, Hack Recklessly, Help Action Needed. I got to hang out with Sean, Danae from the Fallout team, like all these people you've seen me play with. It was so great to meet them in person. Unfortunately, the one that I was potentially the most excited to meet, Ian, was not able to make it at the last minute, which I was so sad. I was so ready because I kept saying leading up to the week, I was just like, I feel bad for anybody in proximity when I see this man. This is going to be so fucking loud. And that did not come together. So whenever that happens, Ian, if you're seeing this, I cannot wait to finally meet your big ass. I wish that was this weekend, but it's all right. We'll have our loud greeting next time, I swear. The whatever fucking dap ups, arm grabs, fight, chest, whatever happens, we'll do it. I can't wait. But yeah, I'm gonna try and I have like bullet points. I'll go down and just kind of quickly streamline everything. We took the train into Philly. We ended up going out of Amtrak. Took a train. Took us like an hour and a half to get there. Got our Airbnb, which is like 10-minute drive from the convention center. Our first night, it was so Kanai, Chris, Connor, myself, and Jonathan, Latino Against Spooky Shit. And we went to this cool pizza place, went out to this bar called 254, which is just like the address of the place, just 254. And that's the first place I started like seeing people. I ran into Clinstra, Courtney. I ran into Help Action Needed, Sean. I ran into Mozzarella for the first time, very briefly. Greg Leatherman, who has made systems like Glitter Hearts, Mystery Business, and then their new one, Doma Sky Tamers, just got funded on Kickstarter, which is like a Pokemon TTRPG. It was great. because right after that we got to go to the Marriott, which at every PAX there is the hotel. Like when you finish, the convention closes at 6, everyone goes to this hotel and we get drunk and we just chat about the day, about whatever. We flirt, we sneak away and do whatever content creators do. Don't worry about it. But there I got to run into Greg again, and we chatted. We talked about Doma Sky, and he pulled out a Gengar like deck box, opens it, and just starts. He has like trading cards of the Doma Sky. I think the Doma Sky is just what the monsters are called, but like the Pokemon creatures. And we started going through like, oh, look at this guy, he evolves into this. So I can't wait to see it. I don't know how redacted, NDA'd, any of that is not released, so I won't mention anything that hasn't been shown on the Hack Recklessly stream already. But I got to see so many of these cool creatures. I'm like, dude, I cannot wait to play. A message or two between Greg, I was just like, listen, I want to play some Doma Skies. Like, I might be able to pull it together. So if I have something to announce, I'll let you know. But Pokemon TTRPG, probably in the future. Can't wait. But yeah, the big thing outside of the convention floor itself was hanging out at the Marriott, because there were most nights I'd show up. It was myself, LB from Hack Recklessly, Ren from Hack Recklessly, as well as Danae Keener, DanaeKeener.com. She does a lot of art, character art for D&D characters, as well. She's been in our Fallout game. She'll be in our Glitter Hearts game early next year, and a bunch of Liminal Horror. Her and I are a dating couple in our Brilliant Ruin, Turner and Charlotte. It was great to meet her and her husband, Tyler. That was basically like the kind of group of 5 that hang out at the Marriott. One of the things I was most looking forward to with this con was getting the guys into the TTRPG space. I think prior to like these last couple of years, I was the least, like, I rolled the least dice. I only played D&D like 2 or 3 long games, but like 2 or 3 times. Like, I did not play a lot of systems. Pathfinder, didn't know what the fuck that was, whatever. Like, I still haven't played it, but like, I understand what it is now. But like, when I got kind of thrusted into the space, my friend's like, I want to be in that. I'm like, I can only do so much to help people like find their way in, right? And be like, hey, we have friends who roll dice, but if you don't know them, if you're just like, oh, Danny, this is Danny's friend that I don't know, it's hard to get you at a table for a stream to play with someone, right? So that was one of the biggest hopes this weekend, was getting to see everyone come in. Chris talk to people. Kanai talk to people. Connor talk to people. Specifically Cujo, hopefully to get him on Crit Hit. To LB to get him on Hack Recklessly. Like, to all these different people. To hopefully be like, oh, these are cool people. I would like to run a game and have them included. I think everyone did a great job of like speaking and communicating with people. That I don't know how quick it'll turn around, because I know a lot of, at least the friends that I know immediately who are planning stuff, have like the beginning of their 2026 already plotted out. Like I said, with Cujo doing Kingdom Hearts here in the coming weeks, like that's this. And then after that, I know Thursdays have another direction. And then the conversation, I think, is already put out there, but I think the plan is to do a long-term Daggerheart game, which will be the core group of Ian, LB, Aaron, and myself, run by Cujo, and doing a world building there. But yeah, I'm hoping we got to talk to an indie TTRPG developer. There was no conversation of NDAs or anything, so I'm assuming everything's safe, but just for their safety, I won't just go talking about all of it. But they have a very cool system coming out based on a very popular video game franchise. Not like it is the video, like it's not licensed or anything, but it's very much inspired by that. And it's played with cards instead of dice. Like it's very like, use it, deck of cards, aces and everything. That's the best hint I can give you to tell you what the franchise is. I think you guys can figure it out when I tell you it's a deck of cards. Anime's cool, but yeah, Kanai was talking to him first and was like, Cujo, Danny, I need you two to come talk to this man. We talked about the system, traded business cards. I gave one just for the sake of it. I'm like, I don't run the stuff on my channel, but I will join if Cujo invites me to play. So I'm hoping that's something that comes out of it. We talked about, for Extra Life, we had some fundraiser goals for charities, like streams for the channel that'll likely be hosted on the CGDannyB Twitch channel. That'll include a Power Rangers one-shot done by Arclight Core, which I think is going to evolve into an X-Men mini-series over on Arc's channel. So we'll do a one-shot of Power Rangers here, and then we'll do the same group, which will be myself, Connor, Chris, Kanai, Mal, and Wes, assuming they all want to be involved, doing an X-Men series, which would be very fun. Nice. We're in the spot of, we talked about this on stream, coming up with mutant powers that aren't already taken, right? Like, oof. I love ice powers, and I don't want to just be Iceman. And then Arc had a great idea. I was like, I like ice. And Arc said, oh, what if we did this and this and this? I'm like, oh, I like that, and I don't have the details. It was in chat. I think Ark wrote it down. Ark's probably the better person to ask, but again, planning phase, much further out. We'll get to it. Along with that, LB offered to run a game on our channel. I believe right now the goal is that LB will run a game of Fallout for us on the CGDannyB channel. Again, same group of 6. Nice. So that'll be fun. Adore LB, and I'm glad she's willing to run a cool game for us. But yeah, hanging out at the Marriott was a blast because it would be like the convention floor closed at 6. The tables would stay open if you want to just stay there and play Magic. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I want to go home. So the one night I hung around for like an hour. I'm like, guys, I'm going to go to the Marriott. If you want to come, by all means. Like, I think one of the big things with cons is I think it's very not easy to go alone, because like if it's the first time you're overwhelmed, like what the fuck do I do at this thing? Like who do I talk to? Who do I meet? So it's great to have friends. I think one of the struggles can be is if you go with a group of friends to meet other friends, it's almost like, and I've said this to the guys, so this isn't like a backhanded comment, like we've had this conversation. It does sometimes feel like I have leashes of 3 people. I have to be like, oh my God, it's nice to meet you, friend from online. This is child A, B, and C. Nice to meet that. Like there's not often a let's have a conversation one-on-one versus let's have a one-on-one with my 3 parrots on my shoulder, right? Like that's not insult to anybody. It could just be tough. So it's nice when the guys are able to jump out and speak to anybody they want. And like, oh, cool. We had the conversation. Like they know TTRPGs, they know comic books, they know board games. They can talk about whatever, and continue to like grow themselves in the space. I went to Cujo after. I'm like, hey, I know they haven't played anything yet. Is it cool if we add Connor and Mao to like the Discord? He's like, yeah, go ahead. I was like, cool. I don't have permission to do that. I'm gonna need you to do it. I don't know if Cujo's gotten that message yet. So I need, if I want my beautiful girlfriend and Connor into the Discord to hopefully get to talk to more TTRPG people, I'll need Cujo to fix that. Cujo. But no, got to meet some dope people. I do not know his full name or even his username, so I feel bad. But his name was Jeremy. Do you know the Wash Your Rice guy on TikTok?
No.
Okay, there's a dude who will like, his whole thing is to remind you like you need to wash your rice before you cook it. Like it's wash your rice. He was there. He looks at me like Dominican. I'm like nope. And he's like, and he just starts listing race. And I'm like, I am half black and half white. And he's like, oh. Okay, and there was a conversation, but like that was our conversation. Like I met this man. That's all we got to talk about. I didn't get to speak to her, but Persephone from Dropout, she was there. That was very cool. Okay. We got to chat with Scotty K Fitness again. I don't know if he definitely remembered Kanai, the tall, elongated fuck, of course, from PAX East. I don't think he recognized me. Usually the beanie is I remember that guy, but I don't think he did. We ran to Iffy Nwadiwe again. That was great.
Oh, cool.
No Mercer. I was hoping to run to Mercer a little bit, but no cigar. Really the biggest thing was meeting other TTRPG friends that I hadn't spoken to yet. One of the best ones, we were sitting at the table. Saturday night's the worst night. Like it's super fun, but it is the busiest night. And the Marriott was fucking flooded. It was a lobby of like, I would guess like 300 people. It was awful. Luckily we got a table to sit and chat. But Kelly, who was on the Critic Chronicle show Bitten, it's that thing of like, we've both been on the same channel on different shows and haven't communicated. So like, I didn't know if they knew me, but I've seen a couple episodes of Bitten. So I was like, oh, hi, Kelly. It's like, I don't know if you know me. She's like, yeah, you're Danny. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, you know who I am. She's like, yeah. And I've seen the Thirst Traps too. They're great. And I was like, oh yeah. Okay. No, that's great. That's cool. And she was like, don't hide from the truth. Don't do that. Don't do that. I was like, but no, she was so freaking sweet. So nice. I'm hoping at some point, like Cujo will have like, the thing with Creative that I love so much is Cujo having this like giant pocket of players to reach in and grab from. Even when it's like Friday nights are Shadows over Baldur's Gate, Thursday night's the Thursday night group, Tuesday night I think it is the Bitten group. Like you have those teams set up, but knowing like, hey, we're doing another series that's this. I want to pick Danny from this one, Kelly from this one, PJ from this one, etc. Like I had a conversation with PJ. We've only played D plus Ultra together. PJ and I love PJ. He is so great. He is such a fun person to talk to about whatever fucking conversation you come up with. When I went to LA for Summer Game Fest, we met up at like 11 o'clock at night and hung out outside of a closed KFC for like 4 hours having a conversation. Like,
nice.
PJ is so much fun. I want to have a conversation and sit at a table with PJ again. I'm hoping that happens soon. and having the goodbye Instagram comments of like, I can't wait to see you again. Like, hopefully get to roll dice together, and seeing Cujo put the like eyeball emoji. I'm like, what are you thinking about? What are you going to add? What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah. So it's very fun. Like it is I think the weirdest example, stick with me on this. It's like an inverse Hungry Hippos, right? Where imagine you've already beaten the game and all the hippos have their pool of balls filled up, where it's like, this is the one group, this is another group, this is another group. And you just recollapse it back in and all the balls ended up in a bowl. And you're like, all right, the Shadow over Baldur's Gate, this group, everybody's talking to each other. Oh my God, they're doing the thing. Which grand scale, most of the people on the channel do know each other. Like I know LB knows these people and these people know PJ or whatever, but like a lot of them was the first time I'm meeting any of them. So it was a very cool, like, I got to meet people from the other shows. This is fun. Very much enjoyed that. Just a fun weekend of, the biggest thing was meeting friends and making new friends and seeing people who like knew me, where I was like, that's weird because I'm not that guy. Like if someone meets me at PAX East, like I've seen like PAX East, I text you. We had our first like, Danny, I love the podcast. Thank you so much. And like, I was like, oh my God, thank you. And walked away nervously. I'm like, should I have been like, do you want a picture? Like, I didn't know what to respond to for that. It was the first time someone was like, I've seen your content. Great job. Whereas like on TTRPG stuff, because I don't do it myself, I do it on other people's channel. When someone's like, oh, you're Danny. Like I've seen you at a thing. Like Mal's roommate, my girlfriend Mal, her roommate was at PAX just on Saturday, but Friday night she got into the Marriott, and while we're playing a board game, like I look up and I see someone just going, I was like, oh hi Kylie, what's up? So I go down and talk to Kylie, and just whatever, just a quick conversation. We didn't get to talk too much because it was so busy, but then I come home and I'm talking with Mal. Mal's like, oh yeah, Kylie mentioned she ran into you, that she was talking to someone, and they went, is that Danny? And then the person they were talking to, who I forget the username because I don't recognize them, but they're like, oh yeah, that's Danny. And when they told me that, I'm like, who told you that? They're like, this guy. I'm like, I don't know who that is. I'm not sure who knew me. And they're like, yeah, look him up. And I went to look up the username. I'm like, I might be spelling it wrong because I don't know who they are. I have no idea who this person is. I've heard the username, but I've never met them. But they were just like, oh yeah, that dude, he rocks. I'm like, do I? How do you know? Okay, sweet. That was very like, I don't know. Humbling seems like the wrong word, right? Because I feel like everyone's, I was very humbled in that moment, but I feel like I got just ever so slightly more egotistical about it, where I was like, damn, I fucking rock. Shit. No, it was very cool. But yes, like still at the same time humbling of like, I know I'm not great at TTRPGs in terms of like, I'm still like, oh, how does the system work? And like, I can just really get into a role-play moment and people are like, fuck, where'd this guy come from? I'm like, damn. I was sweating the entire time, team. I didn't know if that was going to be good or not. I'm really sorry. Like I know we have a game coming up in early 26 that I am not very familiar on the lore and the world it's going to be in. So like I am shitting a brick thinking about, someone's like, what do you think about this? I'm like, I don't know what that means. Danny doesn't know. Danny's really confused. So I have research to do. But yeah, just so fucking fantastic to meet all these people finally. I loved it.
I can imagine.
Yeah, shit, good times. I wanted PAX to end so I can go home and get some fucking sleep, but also like my goodbyes, right? Like my Saturday night. What was it? Oh yeah, my Saturday night was being like, oh my God, good night. When do you leave? Tomorrow afternoon? Okay, I'll still see you. You leave tomorrow morning? Like, okay, big hug. Like, thank you so much for the weekend. Like, I can't wait for next year to see you again. Blah, blah, blah. So like having those moments of, this is the last time I get to see you this weekend. I hate that, but it was so great to finally meet you, and seeing like who I got selfies with. Like, fuck, I forgot to take one with Courtney, or I forgot to take one with, like I have one with LB and Cujo, but I don't have one with just Cujo. I have a selfie with LB, and like these are on Instagram. I have one with Laura. I have one with PJ. But like I didn't get one with, who else did I miss? Like Maz, I didn't get to like spend a lot of time with to get a selfie. So it's like I'm sorry anyone I missed. Matt Storm from Fun and Games Podcast was there this weekend, and we got to talk for a little while about video games as opposed to TTRPGs. I'm like, shit, we didn't take a selfie. Fuck, we should have done that. And just, you don't think, you're just there in the moment, being so surrounded by people who love the things that you do, and you just fall into it, and meeting people you don't know. I know Tony, who is on the Bitten team, the Shadow of Baldur's Gate team. I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet, but they were playing Magic. I'm like, Tony, Tony, right? You're on Boulder's Games. Like, yeah. I was like, nice to meet you. I'm Danny. He's like, yeah, we've seen each other's face, but never, did anything. And then I go home that night. It's like, Tony followed you on Instagram. Tony followed you on TikTok. Tony followed you on Twitter. I'm like, here's Tony. All right, let's go. But yeah, that was very fun. With the highlight aside of meeting all the amazing people, the actual con floor was very cool. Very, very long. The Pennsylvania convention hall in Philly, very long. It is a lot of when you get in, it's like a million tables that are not empty because people are playing their nerdy board games. A lot of Magic, a lot of Lorcana, a lot of Riftbound. But you have a bunch of tables you can play. If you just go and grab a board game and play it, they have free ones you can try out. If you bring your own board game or buy one, you set up and play it. You can hang out with randos, you can hang out with your party, whatever. Then you get to the actual merchants. You have people selling dice, board games, play mats, card packs. Vendors come in I have the rare cards. We saw a $2,200 Magic card, which I don't spend money on Magic cards like that. I forget what the logic was. It was one of the old cards. People with the white borders and stuff. Someone at home watching that, I know what you mean, dog. I know what you're talking about. It was one of those. And from what I understand, it was a land that could be, I think it was either red or green, but it didn't it didn't have you didn't have to tap it. I think it was, or something to the effect. Connor remembered better than I did. Connor was explaining to me why it was so expensive. I'm like, that's crazy. That's wild. If it costs you $2,200 to win a game of Magic, pop off, King. Do what you got to do. But fuck, that's crazy. Because I walked up, I saw a Cloud card. I'm like, oh cool, $700 for Cloud. That's pretty expensive. And then I look over at arguably what is a very ugly looking card. I'm like, $2,200? No shot. No way, man. But
that's insane.
Yeah, wild. But then the rest of the convention was either people here's our board game. Or here's our TTRPG. We're doing demos. What's very different with PAX Unplugged to PAX East is PAX East is very appointment based. You go up, you're like, hey, I want to play your game. The demo takes 15 minutes. We're booked up through here. Come back tonight at 5 p.m. We're going to have a spot. Cool, I'll be here. PAX Unplugged is very hey, we have slots of when games start. We don't take appointments. Hopefully you show up in time. We're like, hey, you want to show up at 2? I'll try. But 2 means be there at 1:45. Because if someone shows up at 1:44 and they get your 2 o'clock slot, well, then you got to wait to 2:31, which exactly what happened to us multiple times playing the Marvel RPG. So they have the Marvel superhero RPG. We originally were going to sit down at 2 o'clock on Saturday for a 2-hour session. There was Noirville, which is a bunch of my friends are in it. I was hoping to be in it. I'm not sure what the series looks like at the moment, but we'll see if it ever comes back. But we sat down. You normally make your own hero, your own character, what powers you have. There's different classes. This one was built with just pre-made. You had Black Panther, Storm, Miles Morales, Captain America, Black Widow, and X-23. So it looked out can I got X-23, I got Black Panther, Chris got Storm, Connor got Miles. We had a rando, his name was Dave. Dave, shout out to you for letting me film. Dave was Black Widow, and Hypnotic, who's one of our viewers, was Captain America. So the cool thing with the Marvel RPG is it is a D6 system. You get 3 D6, and that is basically all you need to roll. When you do a roll for anything, everything is calculated in that roll with all 3 dice. You have 2 regular D6, which the 1 through 6, and the other one it's technically a 1 through 6, but the one has a Marvel logo. And if you roll that, that's a fantastic success. I might be wrong on some of this. Our DM was fresh out, just checked into their shift and was still looking at a lot of rules and didn't have it all quite figured out. So that I might be this is how we did it, but someone would be well, actually the rule is this. So there's a lot of things I didn't quite leave on, but I enjoyed it a lot because we got the list. It's this is your character. These are the skills they get. Some of them use focus. Focus is a mana a mana meter. And you're I'm going to throw this in. It rolls down. It cost me 5 focus to do this. I'm as Black Panther. I can split an attack between 2 characters. So here's, we had 2 Ultron bots. So I dove in, slash, hit them both. I rolled a fantastic, did 42 damage or something when everything was added up. Kanai's nice. X23. I drop in, I take my knives and I spin in a circle. I hit everything right. He hits 4 people. That's 72 damage. I'm all right, show off, motherfucker. Whatever. I don't care. Fuck the thing. It was very fun. We unfortunately, because we went for a 2 o'clock appointment at 2 and not 1:45. We missed that. So we had to go at 2:30 for a 1-hour appointment. So we only got halfway through the story, the campaign we were doing, which for 1-hour session, we made it further than other groups had, but we still didn't get to finish it, but it was still very cool. I did make the DM uncomfortable at one moment because, basically the whole plot was you get teleported into some weird chamber for like an arena fight, and Bruce Banner's like tied up in there, and you're like, oh cool, we're all trapped, let's all roll to escape and then start the fight. When you finish that first fight, they like electrocute Bruce, and he turns into the Hulk. So the Hulk like rips his arm out of the wall and throws like a rock with it, and everyone had to roll to dodge. The only people who didn't dodge were Storm and Miles. So I went, oh, the Hulk's racist. And then the DM just goes, there's like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. But yeah, but it was funny because leading up, we were talking about like, I don't even know what the conversation, we were talking about the Hulk being racist or something. And there was someone teaching Hulk how to make grits, like a white person and then like a black person. And I forget exactly what the line was. And then Hulk was like, Hulk green, like just talking about being black or white, so Hulk green or whatever. Can I have the full fucking? Like, I just remember the brain rot of Hulk green. But yeah, that was a fun system. And then I'll talk about a couple when we get to what we've been playing because it'll be a little bit shorter, whatnot. But the other big highlight I had was on the last day. I kind of got to roam alone. The guys went to do some magic stuff. LB had an appointment in the morning. So I got to roam the show floor, and I found this new system called Branch Riders. I was telling you a little bit about it before we got started. And for anyone watching the video version, I'm holding the book here. I'll do my best to kind of show it off where I can. From what I understand, as someone who's not looked through the book yet, just looked at the pretty pictures, Branch Riders is this like therapy-based TTRPG where it's multiversal. And the whole thing is you play as characters from different multiverses, be that there's the Borderlands, which is like a very artsy cowboy world. There's the Burrows. There's the Crags, which is everything's based on magic. There's the Chain, which is the steampunk world. There's the Heights, which are superheroes. There is, what is it? The Rails, which is anthropomorphic animals. And the whole thing is you are playing as a group of people who are trying to travel between these multiverses and defeat the Blight, which are these like emotionally charged like infections that take over different worlds. If you are out of your world, you're like more exposed, you're more noticeable, and you have to do roles for that. So like if we're in the Rails where everybody's an animal, but you're like a human superhero flying around with fireballs, you're like, that's weird. You shouldn't be doing that. That doesn't happen in this world. Or if you're in the cowboy world, but you're running around with a flying airship from the steampunk world, well, that doesn't make any sense. What is happening here? So you do roles to kind of like decide how hidden you are or how like incognito you remain. And then there is, I'm trying to pull it up here for the visual part, there is this exposure tracker. The developer is going to reach out to me soon to have a conversation. But the way this works is you get like a bonus die based on like how unexposed you are. So if you're in like the clear, like in the white with a 1, you get a D12. But if you keep doing down, it goes to like a D, I think it's a D8. Maybe it was a D10. That's a D12, yeah. D12, do a D8, D6, D4, down to nothing. So like the way they're explaining this to me, like you as the DM kind of pick like, oh yeah, we're here at 1. But if someone's like, oh, I throw a fireball and like a fireball goes flying across the city in the middle of like artsy cowboy town, you're like, well, that's weird. You're going to move up to like a 4, which is now a D6. I'm like, okay, I want to hear me out. Because if they do that, they throw the fireball, it hits a tanker, blows up, that flips over and blows up a saloon and everything burns down. You're like, I can jump from 1 to 12 or 1 to 10. Like, yep, that's you to decide. I'm like, got it. Cool. That's fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was very interesting. I got to then watch a demo of them play it downstairs. The guy who ran it was super personable. I didn't get to talk to him so much because I was late for the demo, so I just kind of go watch. But he very just over the top, a lot of emotion, so many fun voices, and they were a group of. I didn't get to see all the players and what they picked, but they got to go to the Borderlands, the cowboy area, and they run into like who is the person causing the blight. And he kind of streamlines, like, here's what the story would have been if we had more time. But he rolls up, he's like, who's ready to duel? And he's like twirling his evil mustache and stuff. And the person's like, I can't, emotionally, I'm not strong enough for this. And the other person's like, I'll step in, I'll duel. He's like, good, get ready. And he starts explaining, like he pulls out his guns and starts twirling them. And it's so fast. And all of a sudden, as he stops, he's got 2 sticks in his hand, each with ribbons on them. And then he just like starts to dance around. He's doing ribbon dancing instead of pulling out pistols. I'm like, oh, because it's artsy. It's not about, I have to read the lore. A lot of the book is like, here's the lore of all these different worlds. So I have to see more about this artsy cowboy stuff. But it's like, he starts dancing around. All of a sudden the ribbon's set on fire. And he starts doing like those jumping through the lasso swirly dances. I'm like, well, son of a bitch, wasn't this fun? And ultimately the whole thing was like, this guy caused the blight because he was like an art school dropout who had a bunch of paintings and they didn't really go anywhere. And he ended up going to dance, which he was more successful in, but he's very upset that like his painting career didn't take off and that infected this world. And that's what your team was there to defeat. And yeah, I when I talked to the team and heard about it, I've not run a lot of systems. I've only ever run D&D. I'm hoping to run another game for Crit Hit that's a lot simpler whenever we get the time for it. But also, I would like to potentially run Branch Riders in the future for Crit Hit Chronicles, for Rediscovery RPG, and to see how I can wrap my head around this. Because I would like to do something that's very like 4-5 shot of all four. I guess it depends how many players we get. All these players get to pick, here's the class you want. Let's go to your world and we're going to figure out the blight for this episode. The next episode, we go to this world and do whatever. So each person has their time to be in their own world as well as in all the other ones and see like who's exposing the team, who's causing problems. I would like to run it for the Thursday night crew. So it'd be Cujo, Ian, LB, and Aaron. I think I can get a good dynamic with the four of them doing everything. And then, like I said, I would love to obviously run it for my beautiful girlfriend, Mal, and run it on their channel. I think it'd be super great. But yeah, I need to take the time. I haven't had a chance to sit down and like read the book or look at it, but when I saw it, I'm like, I really like the idea of this. I think it seems very fun. It's very niche. I was asking if like there were any actual plays or anything. I like, not really. There's not really anything out there yet. So I'm hoping when I talk to the developer, I go like, hey, let's talk about this so I can wrap my head around it. Because usually my thing is let me watch somebody else's actual play to understand how a system works, just to play it, let alone run it. So I'm very much going in blind. I'm like, I might have to make up a lot of rules as I'm playing this and just decide what works for what. But no, it's super cool. I like the idea. They're a nonprofit that's put in this whole thing together. So the support's great. The PDFs, I think, are coming out in like December. You can order them online. So yeah, I'm hoping to talk to the dev, get like a PDF version of it so I can show it to the party and, hey guys, make your characters from this, etc. But yeah, I'm really sold on this guy, and I'm hoping it's a cool system. I'm hoping people enjoy it and I can run it for a couple people. And if I end up becoming the resident Branch Riders guy, let's do it. If that's my TTRPG space, all right, let's have it, baby.
Who knows?
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of fun, and the book looks pretty hefty as well. Like
it is pretty hefty. Let me see here, because it's about 230-ish pages.
Okay.
The last page is a character sheet, which I think it's not. It is perforated. Okay, I was like, I'm refusing to pull this out until I actually need to make copies of it. But I'm hoping I can find a digital PDF one that we could, like a fillable form. The exposure tracker. The beginning is like, here's what the blight is. Here's how the organization works. I've already built in my head, like, what does my version of this like Branch Riders system look like? And then it's like, here's the classes. Here's the questions you'd have. Like, why does your character do this? What's the motivations? It's, the borderland, the burrow, the chain, the crags, the heights, the party, the rails, and the terminal. The terminal, I think, is like a cyberpunk futuristic kind of thing. And then after they go through, like, here's some of the attacks, the abilities, everybody gets a gift, which is like your power. As you level up, you can get a second gift, but it is the Blitzkrieg Bop. You look like trouble, which means you can always find a way into a party or counterculture social gathering. Bravery horn. You have a loud horn that counts as an additional piece of equipment. Conductive suit. That's exactly what that is. Cyber limb. You have an amazing cybernetic limb that feels no pain. Like it's just a bunch of pages of that. And then the majority of the book is, this is the Borderlands. Here's all the lore of that, the characters, the towns, the people, blah, blah, blah. Here's the next section. Here's all this, that. So it's a lot of lore in here that I want to look at and see like what matters for who. But let's get back from a convention. I'm talking more than I expected to be, like, let alone sitting here to read a fucking book. So yeah. PAX was very fun. I enjoyed it so freaking much. I'm hoping next year to, every time I go to a con, I want to do a vlog, and I just never really do that. I kind of just do my, like, here's my interview. Like, hey, I did a couple interviews people saw. Probably the coolest one was Our Brilliant Ruin, which we played the system, Our Brilliant Ruin, for TTRPG on Hack Recklessly. And then they're making a video game that's very Diablo-esque. But the big thing is each level is more, you're going in to fight one major boss as opposed to like, oh, there's a bunch of mobs you fight. So I got to do an interview for that one. That was very cool. Yeah, I really dug it. I really dug PAX. Hoping to go again next year. I mean, for the ones right in my backyard, it's hard not to be able to get to that one, but yeah. had a good time. Very fun. But yeah, getting to see all my friends was super fucking dope. So I'm very happy everybody was there.
Yeah. I'm really glad to hear it. And I think like making a vlog sounds like a lot of fun too, but I'm guessing that not doing that makes it possible to be more in the moment.
Yeah.
And spend more of your time with your friends. And
Totally.
I think that was really important for this edition of PAX.
Absolutely. Getting to see everybody for like really the first time, which could have been last year's thing. But even then, like my TTRPG space was 5 people. It was Cujo, Jonathan, Nerdy, LB, and PJ. So like this year, getting to see the majority of them. Nerdy wasn't there, but I roomed with Jonathan. I obviously I had met LB, I had met PJ in person multiple times. And then this was the first time I got to see Cujo, which is weird because the story with Cujo and I is we became TikTok friends when I did the Elmo stuff. And Cujo was the last person of the group that I got to meet in person. Because for PAX Unplugged the first year, we were only there Friday. Cujo only got in on Saturday. So like we just like ships in the night kind of deal. So we didn't get to see each other. LB got mad at me last year. I was there Friday and like we played a game together, but like we didn't know each other. We weren't talking to each other that way. So like I didn't go out of my way to find anybody. I just kind of explored with the guys. And then Saturday, LB's like, "Where are you at? I want to see you." I'm like, "I'm not there anymore." It's like, "What the fuck you mean you're not here anymore? Why didn't you say anything?" I'm like, I didn't know you wanted to see me. I wasn't sure. I don't know. So it was a requirement that we got to hang out this year. LB and I got to play a demo together, which I'll talk about during what we've been playing. But yeah, very fun time. It's great. Because now PAX East is kind of like, these are my game review friends, which of course we had like Jeff, Jeff, Sarah, and Matt from Fun and Games were there, and Harry from 6-1 Indie was there, so like got to talk to some of them. But like seeing my dice rolling friends at one PAX, and then on my reviewing indie game friends at another PAX, I like having these giant fucking groups of people that I could just walk around and be like, my guy, my dude, let's go. I think one of the final thoughts I had, and this isn't like any profound anything, at PAX Unplugged, I would say the group we have, we're in the Discord, the like reviewer Discord, and the TTRPG space are similar sizes. There's probably like a dozen an actual numerical difference between the two. But like when I'm walking around PAX East, I could swing a bat and hit somebody that I know. I'm like, there's an Adam Gumby. Bam. There's a Kate from No Small Games. Like, here's a somebody, right? At PAX Unplugged, I maybe ran into somebody I knew like 3 times. Where I'm just like, who are all these people? Everybody's in my way. I'm like, oh my God, I see LB across the room. That's it. Like, I go this way. Oh my God, hey, look, it's who did I even run into? Greg Leatherman, who made TTRPGs. I got to talk to him while looking at dice. All right, see you later, Greg. But yeah, there were just so many things that I was like walking around the corner. I'm like, where am I going to see any of my fucking friends? Where's this going to happen? I would love to see my friends, but they're not here. So yeah, it seems like PAX Unplugged is let me make an appointment with my friends to go see my damn friends, or I'll just see them at the hotel after. So, but, whew, PAX Unplugged. Thank you guys for having me. This isn't a key or anything. I should mention I went as a creator. I had a special badge, which is currently across the room. I'm not going to go get it, but yeah, it was cool. I'm glad I got invited back for PAX Unplugged, and hopefully get to do it again next year.
It's cool to see like you becoming more and more part of these communities and finding your people. It makes me happy to see that.
Yeah, it's very fun. Which reminds me, nothing locked in. I need to have a conversation with you when we wrap, because I don't know if scheduling will work, but I think it could be fun and I think you'd be into it. I just don't know that it'll work, but maybe. I wanted to ask.
Okay.
But you guys don't get to know until it's ready, so be quiet over there. Don't worry about it. Timestamp.
You didn't hear nothing.
Exactly. Actually, any other questions about PAX Unplugged before I move on?
No. I think I heard everything I wanted to hear.
Nice. Probably more than you want to hear. I get it. I'm on a weekend.
No.
Bad. I'm sure I'll have rambling thoughts. I'm like, I didn't even mention when we did this thing or did that. I did not do any like panels this year, so like maybe next year. But I digress. Anyway, timestamp. Tofr, it's time to talk about what we've been playing.
Yes, Danny.
Look,
it's time to talk about what you've been playing, because I'm dying to hear your thoughts.
I agree, because I don't think I've talked enough this episode. I think I should speak more. I think I need to talk.
You need your lovely voice.
Yeah, we fucking do. Tofr, Moonlighter 2 is finally here. I'm I'm so happy. If this is the last game I get to play this year, I'm good. I'm good. I am having such a fun time. Actually, let me check my Steam clock right now because small behind the scenes. I've had a few I've got a lot of emails about review codes for Moonlighter. I was like, perfect. I am on somebody's list, somebody important. So like they know Danny needs to cover this game. I'm ready for it. Mm-hmm. I got an email from a friend, or I got a text from a friend. It's like, hey, how are you doing on new game that we got code for? I'm like, what game's that? He's like, the sequel to a game you really fucking love. I'm like, this is Adam Gumby hits me up. And it's just like, have you gotten a key for this game yet? I'm like, I have not. Where'd you get it? Like, he's like, oh, we got it from, such and such. I'm like, they have not reached out to me. No one's touched base with me. I'll shoot an email. I shot a bunch of emails. I went to a bunch of I'm like, hey, Twitter DMs, Blue Sky DMs. I'm like, hey, anything about a code? No responses. No feedback whatsoever. So I'm like, motherfuckers. Listen, I pull the ego card. Jokingly, I'm like, do you know who the fuck I am? I'm CGDannyB. Like, I do that funny bit, huh? Uh-huh. When it came to Moonlighter, and I'm watching I'm seeing my friends just like, such and such is playing Moonlighter, such and such is playing Moonlighter. I'm like, why is Danny not playing Moonlighter? Why does Danny not have Moonlighter? I hit up the people I met at Summer Game Fest. I met up people that I've had email conversations with before. I hit up the people, I'm like, hey, you sent me this form, and I filled it out like 4 months ago. Any chance I can get that key? And I was getting nothing from anybody. And I was just like, I made my close friend's Instagram story of like, hey, guys, this is such a first world problem. Stick with me. Why don't I have Moonlighter yet? Why do all my friends have Moonlighter and I don't? How do I get Moonlighter? Because I'm like, the only option I have is I'm going to go buy it. And then immediately they're going to be like, hey, here's your key. And then I'm like, well, then I got to refund it and go through the whole thing. And I don't want to do all that. I had some friends like, could you just buy it and then like sell your copy to a friend? I'm like, I don't even know if that's legal. I don't know how that goes, but maybe we'll see. So I held off that first day. I'm like, I won't play Moonlighter. And then at like 5 p.m. or something, I get the email like, here's your Moonlighter key. I'm like, Jesus Christ, finally. God. So then it ended up becoming my train game for PAX U. I only really got to play like an hour, it didn't copy my demo save. So I basically started over. So I got through the tutorial and then got to PAX. So I didn't get to play. So I got home yesterday around 2:00, showered, did a little unpacking, sat down, played Moonlighter. I am currently between last night and sitting down to record this podcast. I have about 12 hours into Moonlighter right now.
Nice.
Fuck. Man. I'm so happy. I'm loving this game. I'm adoring it. For anybody at home who's just like, yeah, dude, it's the weird, here, I started this analogy beforehand and I'm like, let's say it for the podcast. This year is the first time I was just like, what do I do with this early access thing? Because I feel like it's such a weird fickle thing of like, we don't include early access for Game of the Year, but then we think about it for the following year and this, that, and the other. And I'm really debating, like, do I include Repo in like Game of the Year conversations or not because it's early access? Do I include Moonlighter because it's early access and not the full thing or whatever? Like we did that last year. Like we exclude Hades because it's not, but this year we do. But like, does Hades make my top 10 for this year for my personal list? I don't know. I have to like really look at the games. And I'm sitting here playing this. I'm like, I am struggling to imagine me making that top 10 video and not talking about Moonlighter. Like, I really want to. And I'm still not set on whether I'm going to include early access or not, but I want to. But I want to sit here and be like, yes, Moonlighter came out this year. Then I probably want to set a rule for myself next year. Like, no. You talked about it last year. You can't do it again. I'm like, fuck you. It's my world. I get to pick.
Yeah.
Moonlighter's a special baby. But we'll see. We got like a month before then, so we'll talk about it later. But anyone at home is just like, Danny, you're rambling. What's this Moonlighter business? First off, welcome to the channel. It's nice to meet you. Hope you enjoy the content here. But if you're unfamiliar, I love Moonlighter. I adored the first Moonlighter. Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault, is the sequel to the first game, obviously. You play as Will, who is a merchant / adventurer. You go down into dungeons, you find a bunch of items, you kill monsters, you put those items in your backpack, you take it back to your shop, and then you sell them to other heroes, other adventurers. As they come in, I'm trying to think how to pace this conversation because they changed it. Initially, with the demo of Moonlighter 2, they had changed the way the shop worked, where it was you went out, items had a value, you could curse them and increase them, or something's like, if you burn, this will increase the things adjacent to it. If you charge this and overcharge this, any item when you overcharge or shock is going to do this, blah, 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 blah. So items would go up in quality But if you died and took damage, that quality would drop. And if it hit 0, the item would break, so you wouldn't bring it back. That was the original demo, and that changed. Now, Moonlighter 2's system runs a lot more like the original game. But as far as I can tell, I don't think items break. Or if they do, I have gotten insanely lucky, and none of them have broken.
That's not luck. That's just being good.
Honestly, probably all it is. I'm a fucking guy. But yeah, so you go in when you fight these monsters. It's a monster room. You run around, beat everybody up, blah blah blah. Pick up whatever loot. Sometimes that's a currency. There's like slime which you use to trade for potions and stuff. There'll be these like little microchips you use to get furniture or new tables to sell stuff on. Those new tables can have buffs of like, oh, if you have a rare item, you'll get 20% more money. If it's an uncommon item, you'll get 10% more money, or blah blah, like different kind of perks to it. So that's how you set up your shop, and we'll have footage for all the different things. But yeah, then one of my favorite things about Moonlighter, outside of the run the shop during the day, run the dungeons during the night, I love that cycle. It is the specific thing of running the shop. And I did a review on the first Moonlighter where I talked about this, and I love less the math behind it, but the guess and check of it. Like, I was never big in high school or any school of being like, yes, I have to check on my thing. I have to see that I did the math right and blah, 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 blah. In Moonlighter, it is you go in, you don't know what to sell these things for. It is all based on customer appeal. So if I go to sell something in the shop, I'm trying to pull up a video of the shop here. It's the dungeon. I mean, it should be, what's this guy? Here we go. So like, if I go into the shop and I'm like, I found this stick. I'm going to sell it for $15. And someone's like, oh, a stick, $15? Absolutely not. You know, you're charging too much. Then you go lower that price. I'm going to sell this stick for $2. And someone comes in like, whoa, $2? That's a steal. You're like, okay, I made that too cheap. Let me do another one. I'm going to sell this stick for $7. And they're like, just right. I will always pay $7 for a stick. You're like, got it. The default price for a stick is $7. So every time you go out and get that stick and you come back in, you sell for $7. But sometimes there's benefits, right? Where before you could kind of in the first game, adjust the prices like, oh, today sticks sell for more, so you can increase the price a little bit. What happens here is you still have those, oh, rare items are extra like popular today, or uncommon items, or blah, 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 or items from this zone are extra popular today. The stands that they're placed on will automatically calculate those things. So you really are just trying to figure out the base price. And then once that's in, the game will calculate the rest. So if I find this shell, I'm like, I'm going to sell this shell for $20. But today on the calendar, common items will get you 10% more on your tip. It'll just calculate that in when I sell. So I'll go in, put it on the shelf. Somebody comes in, they grab the item, bring it to the counter, sell it, boom, have a nice day. I go put a new item on the shelf. I set it up again. I love this loop. It is so freaking fun. Because you just go in, boom, did it work? Nope, sorry, whatever. Or like, I will see someone come in this game, they have like rare customers, like the people around town. There's the blacksmith and the witch who like makes your potion and stuff. They'll wander in and be like, well, hello, I'm looking for this very specific item that I know you found on your last run. And you're like, got it. If I do this right, I'm going to get a bonus. Like I'll get extra currency, or like the one person came in and bought an item and it gave me like the special currency of the third area that I hadn't unlocked yet. So I was like, okay, I got to get this. So I put the item down and I'm like, I don't know what this is going to run. I'm going to try $700 for this super rare item. And they're like, oh, that's perfect. I'm like, fuck, nailed it. Let's go. All right, perfect. So I got it. I got the currency. I spent them right away for an upgrade. And now I'm like, cool. I now just unlocked the third area. So I don't have any yet. I haven't been there. Because the way I'll get into how the progression changed a little bit. I won't spend too. I'm going to spend a long time on Moonlighter. I'm not going to spend too long on Moonlighter. Stick with me, everybody. It's okay. But yeah, I do enjoy that a lot, watching the way the system works. Because in the first game, I think I was very much like, if I undersold something, I felt like I wasted such an opportunity. And I think what changes that is in the first Moonlighter, it is you're putting stacks out. Like you have a stack of 15 sticks that you sold each one for $1. Ooh, you really fucked up. Like your entire inventory is gone. You have less inventory space overall for that this time because it's not like a stack. But if you go to a dungeon and I got 3 Sun Claws and I'm going to sell this one for $7. I realize that's super, super cheap. I put the next one on the counter for way overpriced for like, I'm going to sell it for like 100. And I find out that's way too much. I go back over, drop it down to 90 and they're like, fine. And it's like, it's just too much, but enough that they will buy it. Like they'll pay for it. So I know I want to aim for like 80, 85 next time. And that's the right price. Doing that for every single thing I find is great. The dungeon part, if you played a roguelike, you get it. You go in, you fight, you go to the room with the upgrades. Oh, if for the next 3 rooms, this is going to happen. But after that, you get plus 20% damage or blah, 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 blah. The other kind of upgrades, like every time you fight, your gauntlets will inflict ignite. They'll do this, they'll do that. Every time you ignite somebody, if you hit them with your backpack, they'll explode, doing 75 damage. Like everything has upgrades and stuff. There's 4 different weapons. The gauntlets are my go-to. I loved them in the first game. I love them in this game. I did not like the spear in the first game. They changed the spear, and I love the spear now. So the big thing with the spear in the first game is a lot more of like lunge and dash, like charge up and run across the room. In Moonlighter 2, it is still like stab combos, but when you stab and hit something, you leave spearheads on the ground. And your special is to recall those spearheads. So I think you can have, 2, 4, 6, it looks like it's 10. If you place 10 spearheads on the ground and then run away and hit Y, for video watching, you just saw it, they'll fly across the map and like return to you. So if I go beat somebody up and then slip past them and recall my spearheads, it'll just like and just backstab a bunch of them. It's awesome. I like the spear. It's a little slower than I like. That's why I use the gauntlet so much, because they're so fast and dashy dodgy and everything. But yeah, the spear is currently my second favorite weapon behind the gauntlets. I'm indifferent on the 2 swords right now. I really think the heavy one is great, but so fucking slow, which is weird because I love hammers in games, but it depends on the game. It feels different. But yeah, I having such a great time. The big thing with progression, before I think I'll let Tofr speak for a second, is in the first game, it is very much go into the dungeon. Once you beat the boss, you unlock the next one. What happens this time is there's not necessarily, from what I've seen, progression based on beating the dungeon. You might get special items like when you beat the boss, I can go sell this in my shop. But instead, there's this giant cube that floats in the middle of your town that is like, hello, Will. I've come to ask of your aid. I need you to get me $5,000. And then when you do that, he's like, congratulations. Here's an item to help your town. Now get me $50,000. And then when you do that, cool, we got a new cauldron that helps the witch. Now you can get better potions or more potions in your pocket. It's like, now I need you to get me $120,000. Each of those milestones unlocks a new dungeon. Which is where I'm currently in the spot of, I don't quite know. Actually, hold on. Let me see something. I'm going to see if I prove myself wrong. Did this shit break on the screen there when I died? Hold on. Watch that video. Watch it. I'm going to see if I lied. See, like everything dropped down to 0, but nothing broke. So I don't think items break anymore. And if they are supposed to or do, hey, listen, I'll take it. Because at least you don't go in and fail. If you die, like maybe your item's not worth as much as it was, but you still had something to go sell. You don't just lose. Yeah. So that's good. Anyway, progression. Yeah. So the thing I was trying to figure out is my goal go beat the boss before I move on? Does it really matter? I've stepped into the second area and done a few runs, but not gone very far. Literally, we started the podcast late today. I was like, Tofr, I'll be right with you. I am trying to beat the first boss. I'm just about there. Hang on. And then I beat that boss, came in and we started to record. So now I'm going to go gung-ho on the second area and try and focus solely on progressing there. But it doesn't seem like the game is forcing me, like, I don't have to go beat that first boss. If I explore far enough in there, make the money, I can go to the second area, get bigger stuff with bigger money, go upgrade stuff more. And I think that's what it wants me to do, is as soon as I lock a new area, go there to grind and get new items and more money to get better armor and everything, get new recipes so I can get the next sword, the next gauntlet, the next whatever. Then I'm like, oh, now I have better shit. Now I'm going to go back and beat their ass. And I think that's how I just have to play it differently than the other game, which is, I need to beat this boss to get World 2, beat this boss to get World 3. But yeah, right now I just beat the first boss. I think there's 3 worlds in the early access build. I could sit here for the next 3 hours and talk about Moonlighter, and this particular run had this happen. I had a great build with Ignite because right now I love Ignite. Ignite's cool because if you hit something, they get set on fire and they take damage over time. What has happened great with my Ignite build so far is that I get one on my regular attacks, on my special attacks, and then I have one that's like enemies will explode after 3 seconds of being ignited, or if I hit an ignited enemy with my backpack, they'll explode. So it's basically just me going in, punch, 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 you're on fire, boom, punch, 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 are you on fire, wham, with the backpack, punch, 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 oh, I have my special, and I'm watching slimes run at me, and as they get set on fire, they split into two, and then as I kill the guy in the back, I'm still punching these two, so it's just like, whop, it's just popping a bunch of slimes, and it's so freaking fun and satisfying, and I'm getting everything I wanted out of Moonlighter, and I am ever so half-heartedly upset at the point that I know I'm going to hit the wall of this is early access. Thank you for playing.
Yeah.
There'll be more content to come. And I should not go play Moonlighter when we're done here because I want to savor it just as long as I can. But I want to keep going. I want to keep playing. It's very fun. I think those are my thoughts on Moonlighter right now.
It's amazing because while you were talking about the game, the stream froze twice.
Yeah.
For like a number of seconds, and you just kept going.
Yeah.
Like the moment the stream was back, usually when that happens and the stream comes back, you're like, oh, I think Tofr froze. None of that now. You were just going, and I just love it because I was happy that this game was releasing, but I was also worried because I know what your expectations of the game would be, and I was just hoping that those expectations would be matched. But hearing you talk about it now, it seems like the game does everything you wanted it to and more. And I'm I'm over the moon for you because it's
over the moon.
No, but seriously, I'm just so happy because, like, it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
When a game matches with your expectations that perfectly.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that the early access updates will be a regular thing.
Yeah.
So you don't have to wait too long each time.
I hope.
Has there been any conversation on how long the early access period will be?
If there has, I've not seen it. I've not seen any like roadmaps or anything, but also like the weekend it came out, I was at PAX, so there might have been something on social media I just missed. Sitting here right now without looking it up, I haven't seen anything. But man, I hope it's quick. I hope there's obviously it's game development. I'm not going to get an update tomorrow that gives me worlds 4 through 6 or anything. I mean, Dispatch, they gave me 2 episodes a week for 4 weeks, so I don't know. Why can't we all just be like Dispatch? Give me more Moonlighter episodes. But no, I'm like, because even where I'm at now, right? Like I just beat the first world. I've explored world 2. I have not touched world 3. There's so much more for you to discover in terms of enemies and items and different traits. Like I mentioned, the like burning items, and if you burn something, there's different rarities. Like, oh, if you burn something, this item will gain +4 quality, which based on 0, more quality you get, the better you can sell an item for. And again, not something you have to calculate. You find the base price, and the game is like, okay, well, you have 87 quality on this thing, which I think is the name of the currency, the little sparks. I've been calling it quality. I don't know if it's something different. But I increased the quality, and the game just says, all right, cool, what's this? You sell for 500, but because you have 80 quality, it goes up to 2,400 or whatever. Like I'm making hundreds of percents more on an item as opposed to what it should be for its base, and that's very, very fun. Shit. I want to play more Moonlighter.
I get it.
I also really like the boss encounter so far. I've only played the first one, and it was the same one from the demo, which I don't think I beat it in the demo, but it is not a long fight, but it has its pacing, where it's not like you could just go in and beat it up, because this enemy has a wall up that you have to break down, and he only puts out the items for you to break that wall so often. So it is like, I have to dodge a laser. I have to dodge the bombs. Is he doing the laser? I know they're about to drop the thing I need. And there it is. Ba-boom. I break the wall. Let me go beat his ass. And his health bar is cut into thirds. And once you get through that, then he breaks down a wall, so you have less barriers. So it becomes more dependent on dodging and not just coverage. And by the time I got to him the first time, I had like 20 health. But the armor I have tells me like the first 2 hits from the boss won't do damage to me. So I basically get like 2 free hits when I get to this boss and I'm wearing this armor. I just unlocked the blueprint for the next set of armor. I haven't looked at what it does yet. But I'm debating if it's good, I'll switch. But if I get to go find the boss and be like, cool, the first 2 times you hit me that catch me off guard, it's not going to do anything, I'll be fine. I might rock with it for a while. We'll see. But yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
I am mesmerized at how it feels, because there was it's going from pixel art to 3D, and I definitely preferred the pixel art style. And even now, like I still think there's a charm to it, but they nail the bubbly, gooey warpiness of Moonlighter 1 in Moonlighter 2 by doing that same visual style, and it hits that same energy, the same wobbling effects, the same enemy types are showing back up. It's very fun. It's very familiar. I won't go as far as maybe nostalgic. I feel like I always want to use nostalgic when it's something I played when I was much younger, but fuck, man. I'm having such a good time. I want to play more Moonlighter now.
I get it. I totally get it. I was like in doubt whether I was going to give it a chance, because I didn't match up with the combat in the first game all that much. But hearing you talk about it just makes me want to give it a try, man.
Yeah. Listen, I hope it's the thing is, if you didn't like it so much in the first one, I won't be like, oh, you're not going to like it here. It's the same thing. Cause it is fairly different. And I do think like some of the items are different, right? Cause there was I think in the first one, it's like you have two different attacks. You had like a light and heavy attack, I think was more of the vibe. Whereas this is, you have your light attack, like your basic move. And then what you want to do is use your heavy attack to hit the bigger guys or whatever. This one is charge it up. And now you like the one for the gauntlets is berserk. So as you punch things, you charge up your meter and then you go crazy. So instead of doing the 1, 2, 3 big hit combo, you just have like a 3 to 4 second and just keep wailing into something and doing damage. And when they go to swing, you dodge away. And again, the spear has that. The sword, I think the heavy sword is a cool one because it has a more sharpness based thing. So anyone who does like I think it's dual blades in Monster Hunter, it is as you swing the sharpness goes down, and then if you use your special attack, you stab something which will give you more sharpness. You're kind of like sharpening off of their body, and then when it's full, shing 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 shing, all right, my sword does no damage again, so I got to charge up. So everyone has its own pacing and different movement to it. The basic sword is swing swing, do one of those top spins, spin my sword with me kind of things, like very basic sword play, but it's the basic weapon. It feels comfortable. The moment they're like, here's the currency, go make a new weapon, choose what you want. Like there isn't you have to do the spear first and then you go through the spear and now you can do the gauntlet. Like it is, you get to pick which weapon you want to play. And I'm like, I like the gauntlets. I know I'm going with the gauntlets. I still love the gauntlets. Yeah. What a game. What a fun time. Digital Sun. I love it. Put me in Moonlighter 3. Let's do it. Put me in. Let me be Will.
I mean, they have to make a Moonlighter 3 now.
I need it. Like tomorrow.
Let them finish the second one first. Though.
I want 3 now. Yeah, no, I'm insanely happy. I think I'm seeing what else I get out of it with the early access build and how long I have to wait for everything else and what else is going to get added. I know there's still some things like coming soon with like these upgrades and whatnot. I can see that like, oh, the potion levels, like there's like 5 or 6 levels. I almost said 6 or 7. I wasn't going to let anyone fucking get me with that bullshit.
No.
There's going to be 5 or 6 levels or something like that. And I can only imagine like once I get through area 3, I'll only get so far. So I'd have to, when other stuff comes out, I can then level up those. And I just got what I can assume is probably one of the last merchants I'm going to get because I just unlocked area 3. There seems to be like the merchants, right? If I go through and I get this upgrade, the guy who I talk to now waits in my camp and I can buy something from him. Something that's either an upgrade for my shop or whatever. And it's the fact that everything has a way to upgrade and it's all fairly simple to understand. And I say that as someone who's played the first game, so maybe I immediately know what I'm getting into. But yeah, I think there's a real comfort for me with Moonlighter, and it was going to be very difficult for me to not enjoy this game. And I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm enjoying it so much.
I'm so happy.
Game of the year. Fuck off, Claire Obscure. Fuck off.
Oh, wow. Those are big words.
I know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it, Claire. I didn't mean it. Please don't come after me. For those who come after, I'm sorry. But yeah, I think that's all I got on Moonlighter. Tofr, do you want to talk today?
I can keep listening to you talk about Moonlighter, but...
All right, so at PAX Unplugged... Go ahead. We should talk about this other game we've been playing.
Maybe we should.
Yeah. Let me grab this guy. Tofr, we have both been playing Demonschool, a game that's been delayed quite a few times and is finally out. How you feeling on Demonschool?
Demonschool is it's a fun game. It's the devs describe it as a new style tactics RPG where motion equals action. Basically, that means that this is mostly an RPG with turn-based combat.
Mhm.
I love the world of this game.
Okay.
Like there's this whole monster of the week thing going on, like you'd have in Buffy the Vampire Slayer or even Scooby Doo, where
Yeah.
you're chasing things around and you have to end the week, like each week of your semester with fighting like a kind of demon. And I love this world. It's set at a university
Mhm.
where you play as Faye, who has enrolled into this university. Faye is part of a lineage of demon hunters, but demons have not been seen for like decades, maybe even longer. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And so she's never had to fight demons before, but she's been taught by her grandfather everything she needs to know about fighting demons because there is this prophecy that says that the apocalypse is coming within 11 weeks.
Yeah.
So you will spend these 11 weeks at university trying to prevent the apocalypse and trying to prevent demons from taking over. I love the setup. I love the visuals. I think the visual style of this game is just fantastic.
Mhm.
It's one of the better looking games I've played this year, I think.
Okay.
There's plenty to love about the game.
Okay.
I might sound hesitant because I don't know. The thing is, I think I might not be the right audience for this game.
Okay. I was waiting for a but.
Yes.
I hate the combat. Fuck this game.
No,
That's
I
what was-
don't.
yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
But the thing is, like the comparison I've heard the most is to the Persona games.
Correct.
And I have not played a single Persona game, so I
Okay.
have no idea how to compare these.
Sure.
But the thing for me is, it doesn't feel that much like an RPG to me
Sure.
because of how much focus is on the combat.
Yeah.
It feels like 3/4 of your time is just battles. And I kind of miss the other parts of an RPG.
Okay. I think that's valid.
I don't know how you feel about that.
I am in a similar space of recognizing that, but not bothered by it. I think I like the combat in this game a lot. I enjoy.
Yeah, the combat is really good.
Yeah, very, because it's a grid based. I hesitate to say XCOM because it's not quite that, but it is that tactics kind of
Into the
gameplay
breach.
loop. Into the breach, yes, exactly. Much better example. Whereas move your guy around, they can move this far. If they push into this person, they're going to push them back this way, which gives you the advantage. If you surround them, you get the flanking, so you do more damage, or a team up move. I am in the spot where I love Persona. I love Persona for its style when it comes to its combat. I think it's one of the reasons I love Clair Obscur so much, because it is not just like my character sitting here until I hit a button and they go. Like the menus pop at, like, there's a visual stuff. The music fits the tone so well. There's so much style to it that makes it feel so much more alive. And I think Demonschool's combat being different from the RPG, like typical formula, is something I looked forward to. I was very excited about. I totally see the push on, like, oh, there's less of the RPG communication, friendship, bonds, and everything like that. I've only made it through the first major boss. I haven't had a lot of time to, like, oh, my characters talk to one another. I did get an achievement for, like, oh, do the first bond between two characters. I'm like, oh, sweet, I did it. I think it was with Destin and who's the other character you pick up? The healer.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, shit. He's cool. He's the nerdy guy.
Yeah.
But they were the first
Yeah.
ones I, like, bonded from doing stuff together, because I was always just like, all right, Destin, you go kick them. Or no, I'm like, well, like with the combat, you can make a move, and then it's the Katana Zeroism of, like, I'm going to see if it worked. That won't work because I won't do enough. Rewind. Place. Okay, if I do it this way, this will do more. So if you do damage and then kick this guy, it'll kick him into this, so it'll do all the damage instead of just a little bit. And then I can let my turn play out. And that gives me the chance to really test out things and not, oh, I fucked up and now I can't succeed. I've done a lot of times where I rerun because I was just close to doing, I could do it in 3 turns. I wasn't fast enough to make it to the end of the map. So if I do it again further, I can blah, blah, blah. I enjoy the combat a lot, where I think I can just necessarily turn off my brain, but not focus on I have to hear someone speak or read someone's dialogue and see what's going on narratively. Though I want to see what's going on with these characters for sure. I do like that I get to kind of just mindlessly beat the fuck out of demons. I enjoy that a lot.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, I'm like, I think we both said we're close to like between 4 to 6 hours in or something like that. I dig it a lot. I need to put more time into the story. This is the wrong group. Why is this in the
Demonschool?
How'd this get in the Demonschool folder? This is Dream featuring your boy Big, who ran it on Crit Hit Chronicles. You can find us on Thursday nights. Anyway. But yeah, I think it's because the color palette fits so well with the pinks and the blacks. I'm like, oh, I must have grabbed this and put it in the wrong folder. Sorry, video watchers. Audio, you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, we mentioned beforehand, and the plan is to come back and talk about this game some more once you've beaten like the story, because Matt Storm from Fun and Games has been playing it. We were at the same spot, and hopefully we can do a spoiler casty, more thorough review from like start to finish kind of vibe on it. But yeah, I'm very excited for it. The dangerous thing is with the release of this game, and I think we could talk about it now since we're so removed from it. We started getting review keys for this back in August, I think, when it was supposed to come out last. No, it would be September because Silksong. So PC players started getting it back in September, and then Silksong got its release date. So console players, we weren't like, what's going on? What are we getting it? And they're like, hey guys, we're delaying the release. Keep the Steam keys. Like, you have them. The game's going to change a little bit, so we won't have quite this, blah, blah, blah. So then we didn't get codes. Then they started putting out Steam codes again. So I'm like, okay, people are getting their console, like their Steam codes. Console codes should be any minute. And then Matt Storm and Matt got it on Switch. I got it on PlayStation. And we weren't getting codes. I'm like, I got to get in it. I'm running out of time. I have so much to do. I really want to sink my teeth in Demonschool. And then I got it 2 days before PAX or something like that. And then right with that was Moonlighter. So like, it became very difficult for me to sink my time into Demonschool as much as I wish I could have by now. And that is such a first world reviewer problem. Like, I didn't get my key early enough. And I know that the trouble that comes with console, but I was just knowing it's been delayed so many times and wanting to make sure this game gets its spotlight. I wish I got to put more time into it by now. So I'm hoping we can swing back and have a deeper conversation for sure. But yeah, I really like Demonschool so far. I'm excited to see more.
I like it too, and I can recognize it as being a really good game, even if I'm not maybe the correct audience for it, because it has lots of good elements. Like, it's really funny. Yeah. There's this one gangster who says, "Hold me closer," and his name is Tiny Gangster, and I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Hold me closer, Tiny Gangster. I love that.
It did get a bit much at times. Like, every character needs to be funny. Sure. And I thought that wasn't exactly necessary. But I enjoyed the format of the game. I would have enjoyed it more if the solution to every problem wasn't just combat. Yeah. Like, I feel like there's times where you can maybe search for a different solution, but no, every time it's a combat. Yeah. The combat is so good. So that does make it a lot more easier. It makes it easier to digest. Yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing more of your thoughts on this when you've played more of it.
Yeah, super excited. Fingers crossed that when we get through it and get to talk to Matt Storm a little bit more, DJ Stormageddon over there about it. I think that'll be a very fun conversation to have here on the podcast. So look forward to that probably in 2026 a little bit. I listen, Matt and I ran into each other at PAX and we're just like, yeah, no rush. Let's see what we can get done. They were like, you still want to do it on the podcast? I'm like, I would like to, but let's see what we can do. Let's no rush. Remember a week ago when I was like, I can't wait to finish Silksong. Nah. We'll see. Doubt it. We'll see. Doubt it. I think my best bet is I'd have to buy it on. I've been playing on Game Pass. I'd have to pick it up on Steam and play it in bed and everything, and just really sink in and well.
The thing is with Silksong, and this is going to be spoilers for people who haven't finished the game. I'm not going to spoil the story, but the thing is, I just watched a video by Jacob Geller. Okay. And to get the true ending, you need to finish the game a couple of times.
Fuck that noise. That's not happening. Yeah. I'll roll credits and then watch somebody like, this is the end. I'm like, cool, sweet, thank you. Damn.
I can really recommend that Jacob Geller video. He goes in and it's about Silksong and religion. And
really interesting.
Yeah.
Jacob Geller. I'm not familiar with this person.
They make video essays on all kinds of video games, and they're always really interesting.
All right, subscribe. 1.4, that's it? Wow, crazy. Thought this was some big creator.
Wow.
Nothing to my I think we're like 5 subscribers away from 4,500. So let's go, team. Yeah.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Nice.
Fuck yeah. Sick. Any other thoughts on Demonschool?
I think I mentioned everything I wanted to say.
All right, sick. Hey guys, go check out Demonschool. I think it's on everything: Switch, Steam, PlayStation, Xbox.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check it out. It's very Persona, but tactics, and then you'll dig it. You have a good time. Timestamp. Now, I got a couple things I played at PAX I wanted to talk about. They're board games, so they're very hard to really get into the nuance and talk about it or whatever. There's a couple I'm hoping I can make some videos out of in the future, but we'll see. Let's Play was. The first one we got to play, this is probably the first one the whole group was like, holy shit, this is cool. There was a game at PAX called Gudnak.
Okay.
We walked by it so many times, and the booth had these big neon signs that were hard to miss. You're like, I'm attracted to it, but what is it? What is this game? So shout out to, who do I have here? Geek and Sundry, is that what I got? Hold on. Yeah, I pulled up somebody's fucking video on YouTube so you guys can see the visual of it. It is Good Time Society with Becca Scott talking about the game. So when we got to the booth and got to see it, the way Gudnak works, it is a like tile-based turn-based strategy game, and it's also a deck builder. The way the system works is there are different classes, different factions that come with, I think it's 45 card decks, and you need to build a deck of 20. So you'll find there's the Death Knight one it's like a respawning zombies. There's like gnomes who forge armor and weapons. There's like the Night Guard, like the typical warriors and everything. I got to use the knights. I got to use these like forest elf kind of characters, and they all play a little bit differently. I didn't quite get a wrap of what Kanai's characters did. My guys are basically like, if I spawn in and these guys are next to each other, they're going to boost each other. They'll either have more damage or more defense or whatever. I don't want to get all the nooks and crannies because it's a whole lot of different. Well, if this happens, that happens, this happens. The whole goal is both of you have a base in which your deck is on top of. The goal is to have the enemy draw out their deck, get a character in front of it, and if you start the turn in front of their base, you attack it and win.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyone who's played Magic, you're very familiar with like, when this character does the thing, they'll blah, 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 and tap the whatever. And for video watchers, you're now seeing what the board looks like. It's 9 tiles in the middle. There's a base and then the discard pile. You get 2 actions a turn. They can be used to attack, to move, or to play a card. There are character cards and there's action cards, like tactic cards. Those tactic cards can be all kinds of different things. I had ones that were like, take a character back from your hand and stack it on top of somebody so you can like raise defenses. Characters could be level 1, 2, or 3. If you put a level 1 on top of a level 2, it's technically a level 3 character, but the top character is all that matters in terms of combat. So like if I have a level 3 and I go to attack Kanai, who has a stack of a 1 and a 2, I will kill that. The characters will kill each other because it's 2 level 3s fighting each other. They do equal damage, but it only accounts the top card. So he'll come off and that level 1 he has underneath will stay alive. So he still covers his space. So it's one of those kind of fighting back and forth things. I ended up winning by accident because I didn't quite understand the tower defense part. Because once I got to his base, he had overdrawn his deck. Once his deck was gone, there was nothing defending that base. What he could have done is if I have a level 3 creature in front of his base and he still has a deck to fight with, he can defend it by randomly you just take what's on the top and you discard it, and whatever there it is, like that's how much damage you do to the enemy. I forget if you can just do that until you kill them or if it's like a let's draw, oh no, I only drew a 2 out of 3, I didn't get to do anything. Like you have the chance to fight as the tower.
Okay.
And there's a big expansion. There's another one that like the base can move. So if something's on the field, it moves over here and it counts as an enemy. And like there's all kinds of different stuff. I think it's like a fun get together with your friends and do quick little deck building each time. I think it'll be very cool. We fell in love with it. We honestly, I didn't get to play again after our demo, but both Connor and Kanai picked up like the big bundle that came with, here's the base pack, here's all the expansion decks, here's the plush of the Griff dog, here's the bonus cards. I got a promo card. It's still in my bag. It's like folded up inside of a notebook to make sure it's like pristine. But yeah, very fun game. I dug it a lot. I'm very excited to make this like our board game night. I think during that like New Year's week, I'd like to have a board game night where the guys come over, like bring Gudnak because I want to play this. It looks very cool. It is very
a really cool concept.
Yeah, I dig it. And they had like draft packs you can draft in this game, and I don't entirely know how it works, but expansion packs, there were promo cards that, special highlights, holographics, etc. But I think it all was very contained. You don't like go to Walmart, go to the card aisle, like let me grab some Gudnak or anything like that. But yeah, I really dug it. It's simple. They're quick matches. I think you can get the time to rebuild and do everything different, like how you want to build the class. I didn't get to look at all the different races and factions there were, but there were quite a bit. I think there's the realm of like 12 of them, each with a 45 card deck. So there's different ways to build and play. It's very cool. Yeah.
It looks cool. The artwork looks sick as well.
Yes, the art's what drug us in. I was like, yeah, I want to see this. And then I was like, all right, cool. Good deal. I'm in. So I didn't buy it myself because I'm like, I'll be in a spot where I just won't be able to play it. Anytime I play it, I'll be at a friend's place. So like, it just won't make sense for me to buy it. But I'm glad both Connor and Kanai bought it. So hopefully something I can see more of in the future.
Yeah. I might have to seek that one out as well.
Yeah, peek it. It was like, I think it was $150 for everything they got. And that was like the con discount sale, was the board game, the expansion, the desk, because it's meant to be 1v1. But there is a 3 and a 4 player mode. They got the one that came with a map that has 3 on one side, 4 on the other. The 4 player is like, it's a cross of tiles, right? So for people to move in and walk in.
Yeah.
And then your base is like each corner of the map, and then the 3 corners surrounding it are like where you can deploy units and then move them from there. So yeah, it looks dope. I'm excited to try it with 3 players because that's more of it's a triangular kind of bridge system of like one on each, the 2 bottom corners and the top middle, and then the bridges go diagonal, and then there's land across the middle, but there's rivers that you can't forge and stuff. So yeah, I want to see more of the multiplayer version of it, but I'm sure it'll be one that we get together. When the guys play Magic, I'm like, I don't really go. I don't play Magic. But if it is hey, we're playing Magic, and if I get knocked out, we could run some Gudnak while that. I'm like, cool. I might come to Magic nights. We'll see. That could be more fun.
Go for it.
Yeah. But I did play one other game. I played a lot of other games, but this is the other game. LB and I got together Sunday morning to go play this demo. I saw it early in the weekend, and I knew I had to try it. I just couldn't get a slot in. It's called Townsfolk Tussel. And in case you guys didn't know, I love Cuphead. And this game has the rub. Yeah, it's great. It's me looking at my fucking Cuphead marionette in the background there. It's like, look at my little Cuphead. This game, it's a rubber hose tabletop action game where it is I'm moving my minifig around the area trying to fight the bosses. It's like a boss rush kind of thing. Very cool. Like if there was a tabletop Cuphead, that's what this is.
Nice.
There's 4 different characters. I only got to play as the one. I played as the fish guy, and LB played as the chicken. Each one has a different perk. Like my fish guy, he has big rubbery arms, so I can attack from 2 spots away, so I have some reach to hit somebody. And then LB played as the chicken, who her whole thing is if she dies, she becomes a chicken with the head cut off. So she doesn't die, she comes back with 1 health. I didn't see any other like downfalls. You just you got an extra life. Each character has like, okay, well, I have this much health, this much mobility, this much moxie. The amount of moxie is how many actions you can take in a turn. Each character, I don't have it all in front of me, but you have this many cards to start with. You can pick up these after a round. You get money, which you can buy new item cards. And you'll move around the board. The players get to go first. They move in, they attack, they do whatever. And then the boss gets to go. We took on this guy. I think his name was Bart. He was like a tourist coming into town trying to fish, and was just getting like flustered by the people like kind of taking over his area. And after your players go, do damage, whatever, depending how much damage they take. Let me see. Does the board show it here for video watchers? I don't think it does. It doesn't. So this is a different board than we got to play with. After however many people you have playing, after they go, the enemy goes, you draw from a deck, and it's like, this insane action. This character gets scared because someone took a photo and the flash startled them. They swing around, they'll move to the closest player, and then that player takes blah, blah, blah damage, right? So then that all takes place, whatever happens. And then you go back to your turn. After a certain damage threshold, like I think the character started like 15 health. I think it was like 12, 10, 7, 4, and 2 or something like that. There's different actions. Okay, here. So for video watchers, you can see it now at the bottom of the screen here. Check it out there. It's very hard to see. You can see next to my face cam here, there's like a little row of tiles that have little like red marks in them. If you hit that, you flip a card because it's almost like an interruption. He gets to come in and do an attack because you got him so low.
Okay.
So you'll keep doing that, and these things happen. And there's, you'll see now the map's building out where each boss has like, you put these here, this here, this here, this, that. If they're in this certain territory, they're slowed down. For my guy with the fish, if I'm in the water, I think I take reduced damage. So as long as I was near something with water, I get to do whatever. Characters will move around. You can't go diagonal. It's all up, down, left, right. You move a certain amount. It was very fun. I dug getting to play through this. We beat the boss. We ended up having 3 players. The guy said in, he's like, all right, I have to go by. I'm like, dude, you interrupted our demo and then didn't finish the game. But luckily the guy running the game was like, I can run the 3rd guy. It's fine. Yeah, this is one I honestly thought about sitting there and picking up. Charlie, I'm busy. Fucking moist, fucking sonar over here, fucking looking at me. But yeah, I was gonna pick up the bundle. I'm like, this is a game I want to leave with, and they're like, hey, we're sold out. I'm like, fuck. I was really gonna buy this. I was about to spend hundreds of dollars on the fucking the 2 expansions, the physical one that had the figurines instead of the little cutouts. I'm like, fuck. I'm kind of glad you're sold out. I would have been in trouble with this one, but I loved it. I would love to play through this whole thing because I think there was like 12 bosses in the base game. There was like the expansion, I think, added like 8 more with 2 new playable characters, and then there's like the Odd Jobs expansion, which I think is still bosses that didn't have figurines but gave like extra cards and stuff you can add onto your character for more perks. Very cool. Loved it. I'm glad LB and I were able to get together on the last day before she had to leave. We played the demo. Very fun. I know on her Instagram post, she has like a quick little view of like the board and stuff. You want to check it out at LB, hack 'em up. But yeah, very fun. I would, if we don't get a proper Cuphead board game in this realm, this is the next best thing. It's really fun. I'm so glad I got a chance to play before I had to leave.
Cool.
Yeah.
Listen, are there any Let's Plays on YouTube already?
You know what?
Because if there aren't, then maybe you should be the one to do it first. So devs, get in touch.
Listen, devs, hit me up. I'd like to do it. Essential expansions. Fool's Neighbor. It does look like some people have been playing it. A lot of them are tutorials, like here's how to play, here's the review. There is one that's like a 2-hour playthrough, so that might be an actual someone playing through it. But yeah. But listen, we'll see. I'd be down. Anyway, timestamp. Fuck, Tofr. Indie releases this week. You want to talk about that?
There are some indie releases this week. This is the week from November 27th until December 3rd. On November 28th, we're getting Superstar Strategy on PC. December 1st sees the release of Wild Growth on PC. Marvel Cosmic Invasion coming to PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, PC, and Game Pass. On December 2nd, Sleep Awake comes to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Kingdom of Night releases on PC. Scrapdackle releases on PC in Early Access. And Horses releases on PC, but not on Steam.
Thanks, Steam.
On December 3rd, Toxic Crusaders comes to PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC. And Viewfinder makes its way over to Switch.
Good list. Anything you're like dying to check out on this one?
I played the demo for Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and I have got the taste for that one.
Yeah, those are cool. You played during Next Fest, and it sounded fun. I'm in the spot where I'm not sold on Toxic Crusaders. I think it looks fun. Like, beat 'em ups aren't usually my cup of tea. But if I happen to get the itch for a beat 'em up this week, I mean, Marvel Cosmic Invaders would get my goat more than Toxic Crusaders. But Scrapdackle is one that I think it was at the 6-1 Indie Showcase. I've seen it a couple times. I get the emails, and I keep forgetting what that game is, but I like the name, so I'm interested in checking it out.
I think it's published by let me see
Chuckle
one of my favorite
and
Fellow
Traveler, the only other indie developer I could think of. Yeah, Scrapdackle. Yeah, okay, the like wizardy. Let me see. Yeah, this one did look cool. I remember really liking the visual style and like the character art and stuff. I think it's that. Is it roguelike? Souls-like. Oh, boy. Souls-like Metroidvania. Cute open world. Well, team, great to get Scrapdackle. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you are the king of Souls-likes. So.
I kind of am. I did beat another Crab's Treasure. Got him. Sick. Yeah, let us know in the comments if there's any of these you're looking forward to, any games you want to play this week, or what else you got to play before the end of the year. Before Tofr, we're on to Timestamp, our indie spotlight. We talk about the indie games that need a little more attention, or upcoming ones we want people to put on the radar. What are we talking about this week?
Well, back in April, StarVaders released, which is this really cool roguelike deck builder meets Space Invaders. And it seems like it has gotten some love. It sits at an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam.
Yeah.
But that's from only 1,700 reviews, so we need to give it a little more love, because it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Especially because now the developers have released a 2.0 version of the game, which introduces the last pilots. Because you play as mech pilots in this. I think that brings the total number of pilots up to 12.
Oh, damn.
Which means 12 different ways of playing.
Yeah.
And also, you've now finally get the true ending of the game.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. So it's incredibly... what's the word I'm thinking of?
Cool.
No.
You heard him.
It is cool,
Not
but
cool.
I can't think of the word. It just, like, once you start playing, you're gonna keep on playing. It's addictive. That's the word.
I was be like, oh, like a drug.
It's really addictive. Like once you start the run and then you get beaten, you'll want to start a new run immediately. And it's fast paced enough to like be able to do that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. It looks cool. I really dig the visuals on this one as well. Just go play it.
Yeah.
It's an excellent Steam Deck game as well.
Oh, bet. I remember I played a mouse and keyboard here. I enjoyed it a lot. I think it was so during the early access drop. And they emailed me a couple times like, do you want to review StarVaders? I'm like, hey guys, already did. They're like, you want to review StarVaders? I'm like, check it again. Already did. Video didn't go anywhere. It's still out. Don't worry. I played StarVaders. Thank you so much. Yes, I very much enjoyed it. And it's one that I'm like, oh, right. That was this year. And I think I want to like circle back a little bit before Game of the Year and be like, maybe honorable mention. I don't know if it hits top 10 for me, but like I did really enjoy it. I had a really good time with StarVaders, and yeah, knowing that, sorry, that's my voice saying I got to stop talking today. And version 2.0, like I'm excited to see all these new extra characters and stuff. Very fun game.
It really is.
Sick. Hell yeah. StarVaders, baby. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary friends alike, thank you so much for watching this episode of Playlog Podcast. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave that thumbs up on the YouTube video. 5-star review across audio platforms. You only have to do it the one time, so that way you can just tell everyone all the time that you really like Playlog Podcast. It's a great time. You can follow us on Blue Sky. We have a Blue Sky account for the thing. Really, it's just a post that the episode came out. But hey, maybe we'll start using it more for other shit. I don't know if I can. Social media is a lot. Tofr, if the little stinkly winklies want to find the internet, where would they go?
The easiest way to find me is through my link tree, which is Play Nice Kids in one word. And of course, you can find my reviews and those of my wonderful colleagues over at somanygames.co.uk.
Absolutely. And of course, guys, at CGDannyB all over the internet, Blue Sky, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, whichever one I did, TikTok too. Yeah. Indie games. It's a good time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Mwah!